A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. On the return, here's Mims. Yeah! And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Mims sent in motion here. 2nd down. Nix. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Mims sent in motion here. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28. Now Nick's going to look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Open man down the field is Humphrey. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, Broncos.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he's in! Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Pack the 60, pack the 60. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. Taking, and he will get into the end zone. Jayden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Mims. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A run now with McLaughlin. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one caught by Humphrey. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
This one complete right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. They'll stick to the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man,
that ball intercepted. And this turns out to be a nice return as he is out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set.
They'll throw with Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is brought in. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is taken in at the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's first down. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's going to tuck it and go. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Ready.
On first down, it's Robinson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the